Woo-hoo! All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to this special episode on a weekend when the Cleveland Browns defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a week that started off with a matchup of the week. Favre dollars and the Dade County Douchebags. Favre took an early lead with the first touchdown of the weekend on Thanksgiving morning. Mikhail touchdown LaShore, and they never looked back. A missed kick by Gostkowski later on Thanksgiving moved Favre dollars -1. But Breeze and Graham, 23 points, not enough for the Douchebags as they leave 41 points on the bench. And they lose by 1. Also on Thanksgiving Day. Man, is this song good. Yeah. Also on Thanksgiving Day, the Sky Clouds on that LaShore touchdown led the Game Time Toledo's 1-0 on the extra point by Detroit's kicker. But RG3 knew it was game time and struck back with a 30-point turkey day. And to that, we know that there it is, the commish right there with the Cleveland Browns jersey and that new Cleveland Browns hat I acquired this weekend. It's pretty nice. It's got an extra little thingamabob back there. I don't know what that is, a brownie or an elf or what. But furthermore, about this RG3 game. Now the Sky Clouds went out of Thanksgiving on a good note, but they were down to the Game Time Toledo's. Arian Foster's 23 points helped the Sky Clouds get that good start. Another good start by the Dead Birds. Calvin Johnson had 20 points. And Thicketburn had extras on Thanksgiving. A 31-point day for Tom Brady. Now, later in the week, the Slick Knicks locked up the first round bye as they defeated the Dead Birds 116-72. The Dead Birds could not overcome with Reggie Bush on the bench and that -1 on Thanksgiving for the Houston defense. But Thicketburn, the Baby Centipedes, rode that Brady performance from Thanksgiving, and Frank Gore closed it out, running up the points. 130-81 over KFC, and that is important in a week. Thicketburn gets 130 over the long weekend. Now, Emo City never gave up but fell short against Falco Punch, 114-109. Falco led by Andre Johnson, and that Thanksgiving performance with Falco owner Levi in attendance for Movember. Furthermore, let's get back to that RG3 battle, as Cam Newton on Monday Night Football, helping the Sky Clouds to an 18-point comeback, closing out game time 135-114, despite 0 points from James Jones, who's obviously playing for his Packer fan buddies, KFC and the Slicknicks. Just ask Darfbox, as Aaron Rodgers lays an egg. 12 points by Rodgers left Darfbox 13 short versus a team that named themselves after losing. Congrats, Marco wins one. Kaepernick's 20 points gets them to their second win. Now, I know everybody's thinking, Commish, what does that do to next week? Where am I on the standings, Commish? I know. Calm down, everybody. Here's the playoff pictures. The Slicknicks with that win over the Dead Birds, of course, get that first round bye. Game Time, despite their loss to the Sky Clouds, which I cannot stress enough, but the Sky Clouds beat Game Time's Toledo Cupcakes. Despite that, though, Game Time made it into the playoffs. Congratulations, your prize, you get to face Marco next week, which is basically an automatic win for you. Now, Favre dollars locked up that 7th win again in the matchup of the week. He proves to be enough with 7 wins. They are in the clubhouse with 7-5. They'll be on the bye week as things unfold next week. Next week, there are 4 6-5 teams left. KFC and Dade County play each other at 6-5. Whoever gets that 7th win is into the playoffs. Now that leaves Falco Punch and Darfbox, each of them with 2 remaining playoff spots. A win Oh, man. The Commish tweeted earlier that a win and they were in, but that is not completely true. A win, and they might have to duke it out in the total points with Dade County. No, that's not true. Forget all that. A win for Falco Punch, or a win for Darfbox, and they are in. The loser of KFC and Dade County is still alive, but they will be 6-6 and subject to a host of other teams that are potentially going to be 6-6, including the Sky Clouds, the Baby Centipedes, Emo City Cutters, and the Dead Birds. Now, two of those teams, Dead Birds and Sky Clouds, face off next week. Winner is a pretty good person, and they're going to be in pretty good shape. Loser, not in good shape. Thicket Burn's still alive. The Cutters are still alive. You guys just read the notes on the page. That's we're just going to move on, because that gets confusing when you think about the matchups and the scenarios, and who knows. This year, these are the Commish's notes here. Yes. The Bennett Triangle, I do believe Toledo was attempting to go for that a couple weeks back, and I think he did beat Thicket Burn. He might have a Bennett Triangle. The Deadbirds have a Bennett Triangle. There may be more. The Commish has people scouring the results to try and find out. $5, we do know that he has won a Simon Sweep this year. He was the first team to give Slick Nicks a loss and had already beaten KFC. Remember that. Also, in the spirit of these awards, we're going to introduce the DB, the Double Bach. If you can knock off both Bachwitch teams, Darfbox and the Deadbirds, in one season, you get the Double Bach. Now, teams that have completed that, Dade County has completed that earlier in the season. There may be another team that's completed this. It sounds familiar, but it's not here in the Commission's notes, because who do I gotta hire to get some goddamn notes around here? But, furthermore, the Double Bach. The Sky Clouds last week defeated Darfbox. This week we'll face the Deadbirds with a Double Bach and the playoffs and a lot more on the line. Also, remember Bowl Weeks. We will have a Bowl Week following next week for the teams that do not make the playoffs. Remember, eligibility, don't be in last place. So, unfortunately, congrats, you win. Formerly My Dick Her Buckus, currently Adam Marco. You have been eliminated from bowl contention. Password is Joe. We'll be fighting the Falco Punch with not much on the line for Joe, except pride. He needs a win to try and stay out of the Loser Bowl. The Loser Bowl is discriminatory. Remember, the winner of the Loser Bowl is the loser, and therefore the winner, which means he's the loser. So the Loser Bowl will be played between the bottom two teams in the league. Then there is, of course, the Papa John's Bowl, the granddaddy of them all. And, of course, the bowl that Password is Joe won last year, the Cereal Bowl. Highly prestigious as well. Also on the Commission's notes, trade deadline, you motherfuckers missed it. So that's about it. That's all for this week. Remember to eat your Wheaties, drink your beers, and watch your Cleveland Browns beat those Steelers. Sayonara.